What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building for a brief recap of the Xscape show. Alright, y'all. Let's get off into it. First, they show Kandi. She's talking with the ex-group member who is now her best friend, Tan. Kandi, you got too many best friends. Carmen is your best friend. Rashida is your best friend. Tan, your best friend. Like, I feel like Kandi has 10 other best friends somewhere. Ain't the purpose of having a best friend that way is like one or two? You trust that many bitches in the world? I'm just saying, it's just me. I don't, but I don't know. Anyway, she's talking to the ex-group member Tan about the girls of Xscape. Tan definitely remembers how the girls was. They are particularly, it seems like, talking about the sisters and how they were. They had kicked the girl Tan out because the manager didn't want her. And they didn't want their manager to quit on them. So that's why they let Tan go. But her and Kandi has stayed cool through the years. Kandi is just telling her how she's kind of taking her time to get to know the girls. They didn't want to put a company in her name behind her back. She didn't know nothing about it. And, you know, she's just trying to let her know that she kind of don't trust them. But they got performances coming up. And, you know, she got to do what she got to do. Okay, so that's what that was about. Next, the ladies have a meeting, and they end up, I think it was Tiny that sent the band out. Well, she just told them to move out of the space. They end up leaving. So anyways, the ladies have a meeting, and they kind of go back into the past of the third album and how Tasha wanted to go solo, how Tasha felt like the girls got mad when she, you know, began to sing lead on the songs, mostly Kandi. And she said that was because the producer would ask her to sing lead, but the girls wouldn't like it. And then, I don't know, she just seemed like it was just Kandi, mainly, in her opinion, that didn't like that. The other sister, I noticed she was really quiet during this time. And Tasha, I feel like Tasha is not admitting something. I believe I see Tasha back in the day. I was not there, y'all, but from what I'm kind of getting from the situation, I believe Tasha wanted to go solo. I believe that from her attitude and mannerisms and how she comes off, and especially with her saying she was a voice of the group, I believe she wanted to go solo. And she tried to make it like the producers pushed her to do that since the girls didn't really want her to sing lead in the group. So Kandi doesn't agree with that, doesn't feel like that story is true. I kind of believe Kandi because Kandi was saying how Tasha wanted to go solo, and Kandi was like, well, I wasn't about to let them work on your solo project, and we just the motherfucking pips, and you know, it was that type of situation. Okay, so Tiny basically ends up breaking down the situation, says that on that third album, Tasha didn't really want to promote it. She was kind of getting ready for her solo stuff. They were supposed to get $4 million or something to do the album. They only got, what, 800,000. So, you know, that's pretty much why that fell through. And then the other sister, like I said to me, because Kandi tried to get her to have an opinion on it. And Kandi was really happy that Tiny spoke up for her because she always feels like it's her against the sisters. And, you know, it's just her with a complaint and an opinion. She doesn't feel like anybody really speaks up. So she tries to get Tamika, which is the sister, to speak up on what happened, and she just was quiet. And in her confession, I don't like to get in between Tasha and Kandi. It's not that, bitch. You're just trying to take up for your sister. Just say what it is. I mean, it is what it is. We all see what you're doing. So, after that, Kandi, Tasha talk, because Tasha tells Kandi she needs to talk to her. Basically, while they're talking, y'all know Kandi do her little broke-up cry. Kandi never feels on the same page as Tasha, and she's telling her that. She always feels like she's on the outside of the group. And she feels like Tasha has never liked her, and she just felt like it was always the group versus her, and it's still like that now, and she doesn't feel comfortable going back into that situation. I understand how Kandi feels. Tasha ends up hugging her, saying, well, what could we do to move forward? And this is where I got an issue with you, Kandi. Y'all excuse my phone. Y'all excuse that phone. Where I have an issue with Kandi is Kandi needs to let go of the past. In order to work with Xscape, she's going to have to... And I know that that's hard to do. You work with people you don't trust. But like I said, you're going to have to take them for what they're saying. And then make sure you and Kandi are... Not Kandi. Make sure you and Tiny are on the same page. Because it's Tasha and Tamika. And then let it be you and Tiny. If you only trust Tiny in a group, then that's who you trust and that's who you get your information from. I thought y'all decided that. Because you don't trust these sisters, Kandi. You don't like them. And, it is what it is. I feel like we keep going back into the past to fix things that happened in the past. And you are forgetting about the present moment. And if you feel how you feel about them, then that's fine. But just confide in Tiny. And yes, you do need to be honest with them and let them know how you feel. But there's a way to do that and move on. Just do the business. Don't get caught up in your feelings. And I feel like you didn't like me. She probably didn't. I think Tasha sees Kandi as a threat. I really do feel like that. She knows that Kandi is successful. She even admitted it this episode. Anyways, after that, they end up talking about Kandi's brother, Patrick. Y'all remember him. He passed away. And he was really close with Kandi and the group. He was really close to the group. And he was pretty much Kandi's rock. He would mediate the group. And, Kandi talk about how she misses him. And he would always tell them, y'all don't need to fight. Y'all are sisters. And you can tell that him passing away, it probably would have been a different group. But then again, not so much. You guys have to take responsibility, Kandi, you included, for your actions. For how you feel, for how you say things. You guys are responsible. So it's not up to... Patrick can't keep y'all together. It's up to y'all. Y'all would have to want to stay together. But you really can't do... Unfortunately, you can't do a lot with women these days. A lot of women are very jealous, competitive. They don't want to be a team or a group on anything. That's why I do a lot of things solo, honestly. I would love to do more things with women. I'm not saying all women are like that, but it is a lot of that energy out in the world. Let's not act like it's not there. So next they show Tasha. She's talking to Rocky about how Kandi is acting and how they talked and how Kandi still feels like she's outside of the group. She doesn't really feel like she fit in and they leave her out. And Rocky tells her she needs to get Kandi on the same page as them. Make her feel comfortable. Be more open. I really liked how Rocky talked to Tasha. He wasn't coming from... oh, you my wife, and I'm going to kiss your ass and agree with you. It was, let me be real with you. And he pretty much told her, Kandi is successful right now. And she feels like you left the group to go solo. Your shit didn't work out, and now you want Kandi to save you. And she's not willing and ready to do that. And that is the truth. So then, Tasha ends up doing a little bit of talking about how her deal didn't go through because JD had left Sony. That's why her solo project didn't work. And how Kandi is, she is successful. She's a songwriter and she has launched lots of different businesses and she's successful. So, she notices that Kandi is successful. But is she jealous of that? Because it's just like, I feel like they would do better by allowing Kandi to kind of be more of the lead of the group. I think it is stuck in its old dynamics of Latocha being, and Latocha can be a lead because she's older and she is, like the lead singer. She is one of the best singers, her and her sister. But they do need to take some advice from Kandi business-wise, I would say. So, I feel like Kandi even mentioned that the problem with the group is everybody still sees her as a little girl, and she wants to be respected as the businesswoman that she is. And she knows the music business, and Kandi has put a lot of different people on, made their songs hot and stuff. She's an excellent songwriter, got no accolades for it, awards and stuff. So yeah, they definitely need to... They need to get organized on who's doing what, and Kandi definitely should be business side, deciding the order of the songs, who sings what. They need to come out with a few new songs to add to the legacy if they're trying to end it out correctly, because even TLC did that. Next, they showed Tamika. She's helping her daughter Ocean prepare for her wedding. I thought her daughter Ocean... I love that name. So pretty, so different. They talk about how she got pregnant back in the day and they had wanted to kick her out the group. And her sister said, if my sister gets kicked out because she's pregnant, I'll leave. And that's how she was able to stay in the group. So I thought that was all pretty cool. She seems like a fun, loving mother. I love how she was talking, to her daughter. She also has a daughter named Tania who was a focused songwriter. That girl was, I'm working, I'm doing this. My type of girl. I like that. So that little scene, that was cute. Next, they have a rehearsal and everybody is late but Kandi. I believe she was telling Todd, how late the girls come in. And she was trying to tell the girls, that they should just come in earlier since the band has to leave early. I totally agree with that. But this is what separates the girls from the women. The successful from the non-successful. Because Kandi is successful because Kandi understands business and they need a certain amount of time to do things, and the rest of the girls to me are lackluster. Like Latocha, you're a good singer, but I don't know about you as a businesswoman on knowing that y'all got to be there early. You were late. Y'all got to be there early because all you have is time. You got a little bit of time, and y'all don't have all day. So that's what Kandi was saying, and to me they act like they didn't understand that. They was just real quiet after she said that. So then Tasha said something about the band don't know all the songs and they can't come in real early, and it was just another excuse, and that's why you not where you need to be because of stuff within you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, next they show Zanique, which is Tiny's daughter. She's performing. She sounds good. Tiny pretty much, talks with her, talking about how she goes steal her dance moves. And Zanique is supposed to be performing, I guess, with them. I think she's going to do the BET Experience, not the award show. But, she sounded pretty good. Okay, so next, the ladies are nervous about their performances. It looks like they are at another rehearsal and they are feeling, unprepared. And they're shaky, it looks like, because of the choreography. The moves that the Drea Kelly had them doing. And I'm just looking like, why are y'all doing all of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all doing all these motherfucking dance moves? Y'all don't need to do all that. There also was a scene, I'm going to say Mama Joyce for last. There also was a scene, with Kandi and Tasha where they actually went over the set list and they met up at the studio. Really love this scene because they really got it together. Like they were agreeing with the song order and where when they should stop certain songs and begin certain songs. Really loved that. And they was giving each other a high five, happy that they could come together. And that's how it should be. Collaborate. Stop trying to compete. You know what I'm saying? And Kandi, I love you. You know, mainly I'm on your side because I do see some of the shit that you're saying. But just if you would stop some of the complaints, just some of it, and just try to get on the page as the group. Because I think that Kandi is used to being on her own. She's used to being on her own, but if you go be in a group, Kandi, you gonna have to just let some of that shit go, be in the present moment, and, you know, y'all work the shit out. But I really like that scene because it showed me the group has potential to be together. And the main issue look like it's between Kandi and Tasha. They're always at odds, but they was actually able to come together, so that was good. Let's end it with the last scene, y'all. We got Mama Joyce. She shows up, and they all talk about, you know, how she's been a mother figure to them. They show all these pictures of the past, how she helped get their hair done, helped buy them clothes and stuff, you know, gave them advice about boys. And Tiny says that Mama Joyce told her to marry for support and not love. So that's why Tiny married T.I. Was it for support or was it love? I mean, I think they love each other, but I just feel like that didn't miss me, honey. That seemed very suspect to me. And then Mama Joyce didn't want Kandi to marry Todd because he ain't had no money. So, he ain't had no money. According to Mama Joyce, Todd has money, just not the money Mama Joyce prefers him to have. But I wouldn't take Mama Joyce advice on love. I just wouldn't. But that's just me. Anyways, Mama Joyce shares the best advice ever for these fucking girls. She says, after she sees their little rundown, you know, and Kandi is kind of messing up on stuff, and the girl Tamika kind of messed up on a certain part, she pretty much tells them, y'all don't need to do all that dancing. Y'all are an older group. People expect you to sing. You are a singers group. And that is very true. You guys are not TLC. Like, those are ATL dancing type girls. That's who TLC was. And, you know, T-Boz is a fucking choreographer. She can dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really watched T-Boz. She could dance her ass off. And I just don't get that from Xscape. They all seem a little out of shape. They all seem to be sweating after doing a few moves. I would kind of do little basic dance moves. And y'all just focus on singing and singing the right motherfucking notes. That's what I would focus on, and smiling and having a good time. That's what the fuck I would do. Mama Joyce said what she said in the motherfucking nutshell. Because y'all be worried about other shit. I get you want to be able to have some moves, but you don't have to be that sexy because y'all are older. We don't even expect that shit from y'all like that. Alright, y'all. That wraps it for the Xscape review. I think we have a few more episodes. I'll try to cover those. It is your girl, brand new. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will check you guys later.